breaking news here on Star News. Our own Dick Jansen joins us as well. And Dick, I know that you've been very busy today covering a number of breaking news stories, including an accident that took place just a short time ago in the Bassett Forks area near the Dodgers store.
That's correct, Scott. Now, you might be able to tell where this is. It's down by the pawn shop and pool business here. Now, two vehicles involved, and this is a rear-end accident. That green vehicle there, the green car, rear-ending the older model truck, red truck. You'll be seeing that here shortly. A fair amount of damage done to both vehicles. Now, at this point in time, the ambulances have not arrived. At the time this video was shot, which was a short while ago, the gentleman in the blue on the left and the gentleman with the white ball cap on. Now, the gentleman in the blue, which keep in mind that what's on his shirt right there is blood, suffered some sort of head injury. It's been wrapped up, although he does seem to be conscious, coherent, and in somewhat good spirits. Now, the other gentleman had declined, or at least said he had planned on declining medical treatment, although he did have what he said was feeling like a stiff neck injury, although he was going to wait and see exactly how that panned out, once they woke up tomorrow morning. So I'm not sure, what direction he's going to go. Now, the other gentleman who was driving the green car, the gentleman in the blue shirt, now as far as I know, he will be seeking medical attention, at least to get his head looked at. State troopers on the scene, I did speak with one of them very briefly, and from what now he says, the red truck was actually getting ready to turn into the parking lot there. It was at that time the green car behind him must not have just really didn't even notice that the gentleman was turning in or what have you, and that's when the rear end collision happened. So the good news is here is both of folks involved in this accident do appear to be okay for the most part, although they are still one of them still awaiting medical treatment.
See the state trooper there with a camera. Looks like getting ready to take some photos of the scene there for investigative purposes. Both airbags deploying on that car there. That's a hard impact.
Yeah, well, I did make a slight inquiry as far as to, and that cracked windshield, as you can see there, that's where the gentleman in the blue shirt, his head did strike the windshield there, causing that crack in the glass. Now, I did ask if officers were aware of what the speed was at that time, if they had a rough idea. And at that point, they said it was still under investigation. So I'm not really sure what the speed was here, but you can tell by both vehicles, definitely more than idling speed.
Indeed. Glad to see there's no more severe injuries in this case. Looks like it could have been a lot worse, judging by the damage to those two vehicles in this incident. Dick, I know that, again, you've been busy today, as many days here lately. You covered another more serious accident earlier today in the Bassett area of Henry County on Ferrystone Park Highway near Easter's Auto Sales. What can you tell us about this one?
Now, this one was a little bit more of a tense situation, as this was on Ferrystone Park Highway, maybe a couple miles before Easter's, where you can see that green Jeep or SUV had actually gone over the guardrail there and ended up down in that little ravine, or that little gully, if you will. Very, very difficult rescue operation here. First, they had to stabilize the vehicle, which you'll be seeing in just a moment. Now, from what I understand, there were two individuals inside this Jeep at the time. Overhearing various people saying that one of them is okay, however, the other one would be requiring medical treatment. And of course, with the Jeep being down in this gully, it can definitely make rescue efforts hampered severely, as you'll be able to see here in just a second. They're getting ready to tie up this sled, if you will, and it's to my belief that they will extract the person from the back of the Jeep and then bring them up the hill, up through the ravine there, on that little stretcher. And I want to say to folks who are watching this video the first time, to my understanding, there was no children inside. I know that when that baby seat was being pulled out there on the scene, a lot of folks, oh my God, a lot of exclamations of concern and worry. It's my understanding that there was no infant at the time, although this is still, as far as I know, under investigation. And as you can just really see how far it is down there, it's probably a good 20 to 25 feet from the roadside where I was standing. So, and here you can see they're tying it off as they're going to use the ambulance to try and, you know, pull that rig, if you will, up and out of there, and so they can begin to continue medical treatment on the patient inside.
You know, this has got to be excruciating for anyone, even with relatively minor injuries, to just have to sit in that wrecked vehicle and wait patiently. It's got to be incredibly difficult to go through something like that.
I can't even imagine how difficult it would be, Scott. And you also have to keep in mind, even if you're in any sort of pain or anything like that as a person trapped inside, and then you also look at it from the aspect of the rescue workers. You know, your number one priority being the preservation of life. And in order to do that, as you can see here, this is where they're trying to stabilize the vehicle a little bit more, because they really don't want anything else to happen. And I could tell by being there on the scene that they were really putting forth an effort to do what they can to get them out as quickly and as safely as possible. So it's a really good job there. And you see those trees down laying on the power lines. That was not a result of this accident. That was actually a result of all the power outages, storms, and everything that we had just in the recent days. So just a sight that can really take your breath away.
Indeed. Any word on injuries in this case?
Now, nothing official. Nothing official. I did speak to one of the workers there on the scene. And from what I understand, of the two people inside the vehicle, one of them was saying that they were fine, believed to be fine, and the other individual inside the vehicle may have some possible head injuries that will most likely have to be looked at. So I don't want to go into any detail without it being confirmed, but from what I understand, at the time that this accident took place, which was earlier today, just before the noonish hour, sometime around maybe 11 or so, was one of them feeling as if they could be okay, and the other one would be seeking medical attention due to damage to the head area.
Dick, we certainly appreciate your hard work in getting us this video and bringing us this report. Keep us posted with any additional updates.
Thank you, Scott.
Folks, stay with us. We'll take a brief break, be back with more local news right here on Star News.